Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, Lady Mrs. Deadline berates IT and security, then gets thrown out of the building. Why did you shut our website down? I blew up my computer. The PC was stolen. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Lady Mrs. Deadline berates IT and security, then gets thrown out of the building. I've been meaning to post this for a while. This is another call from the out-of-hours desk of hell which took place a few weeks ago. It's 11:30 p.m. I'm happily reading Reddit, no callers for over an hour, life is good, and then my phone starts ringing. Me, service desk. Caller, what do I do? Security are trying to throw me out. Me, I'm sorry, where are you? Caller, I'm in. Me, okay. Well, officially closed half an hour ago, I'm not sure why you're calling IT. Caller, because I have an IT problem. Me, okay. Which is? Argument between caller and security guard after she is asked very loudly to get her stuff together and leave. Caller, hello. Me, yes, hello, I think you need to leave. Caller, no, I have a problem, and you need to help me. Me, what's the problem, please? Caller, I have a deadline due at 11 p.m. I need to upload something too. Me, ma'am, I'm not familiar with. Caller, I have been here since 10:30 p.m., but I didn't get logged into my PC until 11 p.m. Me, well, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you missed the deadline. There's not much I can do, you'll need to speak to HR to see what happens next. Caller, I can't believe you can't help me. This application has been on. Me, ma'am, as I said, we don't deal with. Caller, so what do I do then? Me, speak to HR. Caller, this is bullsh***. I want your full name and employee number, you're going to get fired. So are you guys, assuming she's talking to security. Me, ma'am, I don't have to give you that. Argument again between caller and security guards? Now involving me as IT won't help me either. Loads of abuse being shouted at the security guys. Eventually ends with the phone being slammed down. Security, hi, sorry, we're now escorting out of the building. We closed at 11, but we've given her half an hour as she said it was an emergency, but her time's up. For insurance reasons we can't let her stay here and our shifts technically ended 15 minutes ago. Me, hey, no problem, man, there's nothing we can do for her anyway. I don't suppose she's still logged into the computer, is she? Security, looks like it. Me, can you go ahead and open for me and read her username? Security, sure, it's. Me, excellent. I've gone ahead and disabled her IT access due to leaving a machine unattended, which is expressly forbidden. I'll also raise a complaint to her management about her conduct. Want me to CC in the security desk so you guys can forward a report? Security, that'd be great. Me, no worries, goodbye. Click. Why did you shut our website down? Long-time lurker, first-time poster, etc. Excuse my formatting. I am not the IT guy in our office, but I do share a table with him, open office plan, and generally know my way around computers. Just a bit of a background, I work for an educational company that publishes an online reading magazine. We have tech-illiterate bosses who didn't understand why we couldn't develop a video game for our students every week and once asked me to start emailing our tweets to our followers. About 3 months ago, our website randomly goes down one day. Immediately, $clickety receives a call from our boss who is irate. $clickety, yes, I'm looking into it now. $boss, why would you take our site down? Fix it now. $clickety, I didn't take it down, it looks like the domain has expired. Did you happen to receive any emails about this? Did you or $other boss sign up for this domain? There is probably some information in one of your emails. $boss, no. I don't know what you're talking about, you just need to fix it now. He hangs up and $clickety does some investigating. Whose name is registered to this domain? $boss, of course. So he calls back. $clickety $boss, looks like this domain is registered to your name. Are you sure you didn't get any emails asking you about this? $boss, no. I would have noticed. Why haven't you fixed it yet? Goes back and forth like this until $boss finally remembers that yes, he did in fact handle the domain business last year. Instead of asking $boss to search his emails, $clickety goes to his computer and does it himself. But there are 0 emails in relation to the domain. What? $boss name is on the account. $clickety calls back. $clickety, I can't find any email on here. Did you sign up using another email address? $boss, what? Why would I do that? Long pause. $boss, wait, maybe I did. We are all dying on the inside. $clickety, cool, with what email? $boss, I don't know. The problem is, we can't re-up the domain without going through the numerous reactivation emails that have, presumably, been sent to this email address. After a long back and forth with $boss, he finally remembers the email, but of course, he doesn't remember the password to the email. After walking $boss through the password reactivation process, we're in. Finally, $clickety is in, and what greets him? Emails going back a year asking $boss if he wants to renew the domain. Facepalms all around. $clickety took control of the account after this. The craziest part? When $boss came to the office later that day, he sits down with $clickety telling him how irresponsible $clickety was and how he can't let it happen again. Total time of life lost? About 3 hours. I blew up my computer. Names have been changed to protect the innocent, but not the guilty. There was a young, motivated, and inexperienced computer engineer working at a small company that built inspection machines for a niche market. These inspection machines consisted of Wintel computers, along with some specialized hardware for interfacing with the inspection sensors and general control, enclosed in a nice air-conditioned cabinet for all the electrically bits. The software was developed in-house as well and ran on top of Windows. If you ever worked in manufacturing before, you've probably run across this kind of setup before. Now, this company built the computers in-house from off-the-shelf parts. Intel CPUs, Samsung SSDs, Crucial RAM, Supermicro MOBOs, you get the drift. Each developer got an exact copy of the currently shipping hardware and machine components, so it would be easy to develop and test locally. The hardware was always on the mid to high end, so this worked out well for everyone. There was a sole IT professional that handled the company's IT needs, obviously, and did the purchasing and inventory for the Wintel components. The antagonist of our story, mentioned above, was a fresh college graduate with a degree in computer engineering with a focus on embedded systems. So when a small project came up for a small embedded peripheral to this peripheral, the CPE volunteered to take it, and management approved. On to the story. Characters. CPE, smart, yet inexperienced engineer. Antagonist. IT, information technologist of the house support, 30 million of his name, king of the servers, the rightful admin of all PCs and protector of the databases, king of Active Directory and call of the network. Scene, IT's office. IT looks up to see CPE standing meekishly in the doorway, looking as guilty as a young puppy who peed on the carpet after house training. CPE, I need to pull a new motherboard, keyboard, and USB hub from stock. I'm not sure if I'm going to need more components. IT, okay. We have the parts in stock, but what's this about? Usually stock pulls are for complete machines. Is there something wrong with a machine on the shop floor? CPE, nothing wrong with production as far as I know. It's... The CPE is staring at his shoes and moving in a clearly uncomfortable fashion. Something is clearly wrong and all evidence points to CPE as the guilty party. IT, sit down and tell me what happened. CPE, I blew up my computer. IT. What? CPE, I blew up my computer. I didn't mean to. I was working on the new embedded peripheral prototype, and. IT, go on. CPE, I was rearranging the hardware on my desk when I heard this loud pop. I looked up at my monitors and they were all black. I heard all the fans running at 100% and there was smoke pouring out of my keyboard and computer case. IT, CPE, I cut power to everything. The embedded peripheral, PC, monitors, everything in my cubicle. I tried bringing my PC back up, but nothing happened when I pressed the power button. I opened up the side of the case, and there was black charring around the USB ports on the motherboard. IT, so what happened? CPE, I think I put 24V on the 5V USB rail by accident. IT. CPE. IT, how? CPE, I left some wires hanging loose off the prototype and must have bumped them. I had a USB adapter that I was using to communicate with the prototype, and the loose wires touched something they shouldn't have. The main power supply on the prototype is 24V, and one of the loose wires was on the 24V supply. It touched the 5V USB rail on the USB adapter. IT. CPE. IT. CPE. Am I going to get fired? IT. How much equipment, in dollars, do you think you destroyed? CPE, IT, answer honestly. CPE, $500. Grabs a tissue from the box on IT's desk. IT, $500. K. Assuming everything company owned in your cubicle got fried, that's probably, what? $3,000 worth of equipment, right? CPE, starts sobbing. IT, wait. I haven't finished. CPE. IT, have you ever brought an embedded control system to market before? CPE. IT, this was a prototype you were working on? CPE. IT, something went wrong and the magic white smoke came out? CPE. IT, remind me again, what went wrong? CPE, I left some power wires loose and they touched the adapter. IT, I see. You left some wires loose, they got bumped, and some electronics got destroyed. CPE, yes. IT, grab another tissue. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pull the components to another complete system for you from stock. You're going to go back to your cubicle and rebuild your PC. I know you can handle this since you built your PC on your first day here. You're going to return all of the old components to me for proper disposal. Keep the original SSD if it still works. No point in reinstalling the OS, since the replacement hardware is identical, and the SSD probably survived. You're probably going to be back up and running in an hour. CPE. IT, what did you learn? CPE. IT, it's not a trick question. What did you learn? CPE, never leave wires flying in the breeze? IT, bingo. 5, 10, 20 years from now, you will never make this mistake again. This company just spent, at most, $3,000 training you. I don't know what you make salary-wise, but my guess is the equipment you destroyed, worst case, is the equivalent of 5 days of what this company spends on you. It probably cost over $20,000 to hire you, considering the recruiter fees, HR time, interview time, and so on. You did something that cost the company a pittance compared to what it took to hire you, never mind your salary and benefit cost. You obviously know what you did wrong, and you'll never make this mistake again. If the company fired you over this, they'd be spending another $20,000 minimum to replace you. *T happens. It's happened to me, it's happened to you, it happens to everyone. You're young. You're inexperienced. College should teach you how to learn, and you've learned from this. Now take these parts, rebuild your PC, and let me know if you need anything else. CPE. Thank you. IT, this isn't the first time I've dealt with destroyed parts, and this won't be the last. Just don't leave wires loose again. CPE, absolutely. This happened about 5 years ago. I was the CPE, and I'll never forget these lessons. The PC was stolen. For context, this happened in my first few months as an IT guy for my current job at a healthcare provider. I was pretty new and really only knew the basics of IT. I only got the gig because they were desperate. Whole team had turned over save for the boss and one tech. For the most part, this place used 95% full-sized Dell Optiplexes. They had a handful of micro form factors, but they were few and far between and generally reserved for administration. I get a call for help from a team room where all of our nurses work, and when I get there, the one nurse is absolutely frantic. Someone stole our PC. I take this proclamation with a grain of salt and take a look at the workstation. Monitor is powered on, but the screen is black. I look beneath the desk and see there's no desktop. All 11 other workstations in this room had those large Optiplexes underneath the desk, and this one had nada. Oh shoot. Someone did steal their PC. I call up the boss and say, hey, what do we do? There's no PC here, I think it may have been stolen. He tells me to sit tight and comes on down. Boss gets down to the room within 10 minutes, and does the same examination I do and comes to the same conclusion. This PC was jacked right from under our noses. He starts talking to the other nurses about who has been in the room recently, starts making calls to security to get logs, writes an email up to finance to purchase a replacement. Then another nurse walks up to us and asks, "Did you check behind the monitor?" Sure enough, mounted right behind the monitor is a tiny little MFF Optiplex that was powered off. I hit the power button and let the original nurse get back to work. Needless to say, both IT professionals involved felt a little embarrassed.